Hi everyone, I am Candy Ramirez, and I'm really excited to share a little bit about my role as a special education teacher. This work isn't just a job for me, it's a calling and a way to make a real difference in students' lives while serving with purpose and heart. Every day, I'm reminded that teaching is more than instruction, it's about connection, compassion, and growth for both the students and the teacher. Being a special education teacher goes far beyond delivering lessons or meeting IEP goals. It's about seeing each child for who they truly are and helping them reach their full potential. I know that might sound like something we hear a lot from teachers, but it's genuinely how I feel. Every student has so much to give, they just need the right kind of support, patience, and encouragement to shine. In my classroom, I try to create a space where students feel safe, respected, and valued. I have learned that when students know they are seen and heard, their confidence grows and learning naturally follows. Some days can be challenging, but those small moments, a student trying something new, finishing a task they used to avoid, or smiling because they finally felt proud of themselves, those are the moments that remind me why I chose this path. I see my role as a collaborator, a team member who is willing to learn from others and share what I know where it can help. Teaching really is a team effort. I like to think that if a drop of water can help make the ocean, then each person's perspective contributes to a stronger, more supportive school community. When we work together and keep our students' best interests at heart, we create lasting changes that help them thrive. As a substitute and co-teacher, I genuinely enjoy creating lessons with my colleagues. There is something powerful about brainstorming together, finding creative solutions, and seeing those ideas come to life in the classroom. Collaboration also means respecting boundaries. So if I ever use another teacher's materials, I always ask for permission and give proper credit. Integrity matters, so recognizing someone else's effort is part of what makes teamwork meaningful and builds trust among colleagues. Advocacy is one of the most important parts of being an educator, especially in special education. Every student deserves equal access to learning opportunities, technology, and resources that fit their needs. I want to be the kind of teacher who stands up for students, someone who helps make sure their voices are heard and their potential isn't overlooked. But advocacy isn't just about speaking up, it's also about listening, really listening to what students are saying through their behavior, their emotions, and their effort. Sometimes what a student needs most is for someone to notice them, to take time to understand their perspective. That to me is where advocacy begins. Ethics and professionalism guide every decision I make. I've been learning how frameworks like the Model Code of Ethics for Educators, MCEE, the Council for Exceptional Children, CEC standards, and GCU's professional dispositions work together to shape the teacher's character and daily practice. These frameworks remind me that teaching is not just about academics, it's about people. They push me to make decisions that are thoughtful, fair, and compassionate. For example, when evaluating whether a student qualifies for special education services, it's not only about data or checklists. It's about understanding the child behind the numbers and making sure that decision truly supports their growth. My vision as a teacher is to meet students where they are and help them grow in meaningful ways. I want to use creativity, patience, and empathy to build relationships that last. I hope my classroom is a place where students feel seen, supported, and inspired to learn at their own pace. I've noticed that even the smallest victories, a student reading a new word, making a friend, or regulating their emotions, can make such a big difference. Those moments remind me that growth looks different for everyone, and that's okay. I want my students to leave my classroom not just smarter, but stronger and more confident in who they are. My faith plays a huge role in how I teach. I see education as a form of servant leadership where my purpose is to help others grow with humility and love. For me, that means showing kindness, offering grace, and being patient even when things don't go perfectly. Every student has a unique purpose, and I see it as my responsibility to help nurture that purpose. I want my students to feel valued not only for their academic abilities, but for who they are as people. My goal is to reflect Christ like qualities in the way I teach by leading with compassion, encouraging joy, and creating an environment where every child feels loved and supported. I also believe that being a teacher means being a lifelong learner. I plan to keep growing by joining professional learning communities, attending workshops, and staying informed about research based and high leverage practices that can improve my instruction. I come from a background in fashion and creativity, and I love blending that side of me into my teaching, whether it's through art, storytelling, or hands on projects. I try to make learning engaging and personal. Creativity helps students express themselves in ways that traditional approaches sometimes don't, and it gives me joy to watch them explore new ways of thinking and learning. At the same time, I understand that culture, background, and personal experiences deeply influence how each student learns. That's why I'm committed to culturally responsive teaching, listening to my students, celebrating their differences, and using those differences to strengthen the classroom community. At the end of the day, my goal is simple: to model integrity, compassion, and a genuine love for helping students grow. Teaching to me is more than just academics. It's about shaping lives, building confidence, and inspiring hope. I'm truly grateful for this opportunity to serve as a teacher and to share my heart for this profession with you all. Thank you for listening.